Well, looks like AEW Dynamite trying to be crap, crap, crap again. Just like WWE. Man, all I can say is this right now. If Cody Rhodes, if Cody Rhodes loses at Cody Rhodes loses if Cody Rhodes man I can say this, if Cody Rhodes loses the scene at WrestleMania Vegas, he can quit WWE, tell Triple H to take WWE and shut up his ass and go back to AEW, make AEW great again. Because both WWE and AEW not doing great. My topic, the Godfather so do some swimmers. The name of my topic tonight is called over. It's called overrated and overlooked in what's it again? Overrated and over. It's called overrated and overlooked in Omaha, Nebraska. It's AEW Dynamite in big trouble. So much to say. Before I open up the show tonight, I'm gonna open the show a little bit of music. I opened up the show just a little bit of music with um with a little song called for those of you know that today is the 70th birthday of the legendary actor Bruce Willis, who retired from acting. Name my I'm gonna open the show a little bit of music. I'm gonna show the theme of the TV show he did called Moonlighting in honor of his 70th birthday today. So stick around, be right back. Get the music playing. Hold on, so let me get the music playing. Break it down my review, and I'm right back. Here goes. Yeah, that's for you, Mr. Willis. Happy 70th birthday, and good luck on your retirement. And my love is to you. You this little disease that you have, and that's for Bruce Willis, the theme for Moonlight, a TV show that made him a star, rise to superstardom. Along with Sybil Shepherd, Moonlight, show that it started on ABC in 1985, 40 years ago, and got canceled in 1989. Let's get down with tonight's show. How terrible it was. Commentary runs down what's to come tonight before we head to ringside for our opening match. First out for this international title eliminated four-way match is Orange Cassidy, followed by a speedball Mike Bailey. Brown noise of Don Callis signals the arrival of Mark Davis as he heads down to the ramp next, followed by Ricochet, with each getting some heavy boos before this match gets underway. International title elimination four-way match. Orange Cassidy versus Mark Davis versus Ricochet versus Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball chants ring out as the four-man stare at each other down, before Cassidy does a somersault to change positions. Bailey catches Davis with a strike as Ricochet and Cassidy go at it, with Davis being sent out of the ring before Ricochet divides his attention between Bailey and Orange, only to be sent out of the ring of himself. This leaves us with Speedball Orange Cassidy alone in the ring, with hitting his dangerous kicks before Bailey does some swings of his own, but to no avail as Cassidy dodges each one before hitting Speedball with a drop kick. Ricochet tries to take advantage of this as he grabs Bailey outside of the ring, but Speedball makes him pay for it with some hard kicks before sending him back in the ring. Davis goes after Speedball, leading to a Hurricanrana attempt for Davis to powerbomb him into the apron. Only for apron, yeah. After he goes after Cassidy next before Ricochet intervenes, which only riles Davis up as Ricochet backs off. Davis and Speedball find themselves back in the ring with the latter hitting some kicks until Mark drops him to the mat with a hard strike. Cassidy finds a familiar fate as Ricochet heads to the commentary table to make some remarks before the ref calls him to get back in the ring. He finally does trying to sneak a pin, but Davis sends him rolling out of the ring instead for taking down Cassidy and Speedball with ease. Ricochet tries to slide back in the ring, but seamlessly scared off by Davis as Bailey gets back to his feet, laying in a flurry of offense before again going up top for a missile dropkick. But Davis is back on his feet already. Bailey continues to wear him down until Ricochet slides in, sending Speedball out of the ring to go for a pin, only for a pin of his own, but it's Cassidy who breaks it up, forcing him out of the ring to the outside. All four men end up back in the ring with Cassidy and Speedball attempting to send Ricochet into Davis, who send them rolling away before taking Bailey and Orange down as we go to our first ad break on Max. I don't know why they're doing on Max. I don't know why they're doing it on Max and it's supposed to be on TBS. Alright, commercial break. Back from the break, Davis maintains control as he goes after Cassidy, who takes the big man down with a back body drop. Ricochet slides into the ring, however, catching Orange by surprise for looking for the vertigo, the tune of "You Are a Ball" chants, only for Cassidy to counter with a DDT. And the second attempt ends with Ricochet sending Cassidy down with a Northern Lights suplex, but Cassidy forces him to the outside before his Speedball takes Ricochet and Davis to the floor with a dive. And with a dive. Bailey and Cassidy go at it in the corner with a powerbomb attempt locked for a speedball to drop for a 2 count. Bailey goes up top to connecting with a shooting star press for the cover, but Davis pulls him out of the ring to break the pin. Ricochet get the drop on him from turnbuckle before heading back for a shooting star press of his own on Cassidy. That's only good for a 2 count before Cassidy kicks out. Speedball makes it back in the ring for a near fall on Ricochet, with Orange returning to the ring for some offense of his own. But Davis gets into himself. Orange punch connects from Cassidy, but Ricochet shows on the side for a cover on Davis, only for Orange to break the pin. Cassidy is sent out of the ring as Speedball and Ricochet exchange strikes, only for Davis to lay both men out with a double clothesline. Speedball and Ricochet try to double team Davis, who hoists Speedball up for a one arm powerbomb before slamming Ricochet down. Cassidy tries to intervene but takes a power driver for his efforts, only for Speedball to narrowly stop the pin that allows Speedball the pin that follows. Speedball builds up the momentum as he sends Davis to the corner for the kick, setting up for a black slide from the corner to the corner. But Ricochet gets on top of both men, his feet on the ropes as the ref counts to 3. The crowd is shocked as the ref is forced to make the call official, and Justin Roberts announces that Bailey and Ricochet are both winners of this match, challenging Kenny Omega for the title at Dynasty. Winners by pinfall: Speedball, Mike, and Ricochet. The crowd is booing at this controversial decision, but Ricochet is enjoying every moment of this future title shot as he replays the sneaky manner in which he secured the pin. He leaves the ring before a somewhat angry Speedball can get to him as we go to an ad break. That was terrible. Then we see a little video package, a little commercial break. Video package. The Hurt Syndicate have been on a tear since making their AEW debut, and they are ready to hurt even more people in the days and weeks to come. Back at ringside, Mercedes Moné makes her way out for our next match to defend the AEW TBS Women's Championship, as her challenger Billie Starkz gets a video package to help her familiarize AEW fans with her Ring of Honor star. With the rising Ring of Honor star, she heads down to the ramp. We get introductions for the challenger and the champion before this match gets underway. AEW TBS Championship match. AEW TBS Women's Championship. Mercedes Moné defends against Billie Starkz. Starkz offers a handshake to the champ, but Moné will have none of the code of honor, slapping her hand away before going after her challenger. She sends Starkz to the corner, but Billie fights back before Moné drops her on the mat. She then brings out the challenger to her feet before sending her to the corner, only to take a boot to the face by Starkz, who takes the champ down for a 2 count. She goes up top looking for a senton bomb, but Moné immediately rolls out of the ring for a breather, only to get dropped by a dive from ropes from the challenger. Billie goes back up top, taking the champ down with a senton bomb before bringing Moné back into the ring for another one, but the CEO kicks out at 2. Stark sends her to the corner as she sets up Moné on her shoulders. But the champ counters into a backstabber for a 2 count before sending Billie through the ropes and out of the ring as we go to an ad break on Max. Commercial break. Commercial break. Back from break, Moné counters out of a tombstone power driver to deliver a pair of knees to the chest for a near fall. Starkz looks for a backstage slide on the champ, but is sent to the corner face first instead. As Mercedes sets her up on a turnbuckle, she mocks Billie by thinking she's better than the champ, but is sent to the mat by Starkz, who connects with a brainbuster into a backbreaker of sorts. Moné struggles to her feet as the challenger gets back up, connecting with a rolling elbow strike and a German suplex for a 2 count. Billy starts to build up some more momentum with a knee strike and a kick before the champ takes her down with a lariat for a near fall. Monet continues the offense until Starks catches her for a near fall of her own before sending the champ to the corner with a big kick. She brings Mercedes up on her shoulders, connecting with a waterfall slam that dives the champ into the turnbuckle. Starks lifts her up into the turnbuckle, driving Monet's head into the mat for a cover, but the champ manages to get her foot up on the top rope at the last second. Starks is frustrated, but heads back up for the senton as Mercedes lays on the apron, only to roll away just in time. She rolls the challenger up for a near fall, using the momentum to transition into the statement maker. And Billy has no choice to eventually tap out. Winner via submission is still the AEW TBS Women's Champion, Mercedes Moné. Mercedes celebrates as when we cut to this. Man, when are they gonna get that title? Tony, when are you gonna get that AEW TBS title for Mercedes Moné? Man, Cody Rhodes was back in AEW if he lost to John Cena at WrestleMania 41. Man. When we see a video package, the Outrunners show some team spirit for the Omaha Mavericks during this March Madness season. The only way we lose it is if we don't win. Among the highlights of this tight little segment, we get a graphic reminding us of this weekend's Slam Dunk Saturday and Slam Dunk Saturday for AEW Collision. Before the break, we head to an ad break with the AEW World Title on line in a street fight between Jon Moxley and Cope. Up next. We get a look back at the conversation between MVP and MJF last week on Dynamite, with the latter being offered a spot in the Hurt Business. We go from there. We go to a dressing room where MJF addresses the race to see who will become the next AEW World Champion. Max runs down the various potential challenges we're talking about being the best fit, and turns his attention to the business card given to him. He talks about Dictator John having a group of people around him, saying the last time MJF had something like that, he was burned. He'll have to answer for MVP and the fans next week, but says the time for crying over spilled milk is over. Hold on a second. Okay, we head back to ringside. We head back to ringside for our announcement of the AEW Women's Championship on the line in a street fight, where anything goes. Out first is Jon Moxley making his way out into the building. He gets cut off by Cope. AEW World Championship Street Fight match. Jon Moxley defends against Cope. Some of you know is Edge, the Rated R Superstar Edge. From WWE. That was Alan Copeland. He springs onto the attack, sending the champ into an ambulance before the Mox fights back, mocking the challenger for wanting this street fight. Cope manages to turn things around, however, bringing Mox to ringside to continue the attack. He sends the champ into the barricade before propping him up on a chair. A series of punches. Mox gets back up, going after the head and neck of Cope, and continues his run. His continues to run his challenger down. Mox grabs a kendo stick from under the ring, nearly cracking it over Cope's back before driving into the neck to keep him down. Cope tries to fight back once more, however, forcing the champ to retreat through the crowd as it gives chase. The fight goes up into the stands as Cope throws a transition at Mox. He goes for the champ to fight back with some strikes. This leaves both men to trading blows before Cope brings the champ back into the ringside, only for Mox to turn around, bringing his challenger to the announce table. Cope ends up with an upper hand as he stands Mox up on the desk, but the champ continues counters with a paradigm shift, collapsing to the table as he sends Cope down hard. Mox looks quite pleased to himself as we go to an ad break on Max. Commercial break. Back from the break, this match is as shockingly made back into the ring as Mox has a chair, slamming it against Cope before pinning the challenger down with it. He sets the chair around Cope's neck before climbing the turnbuckle, but the Radar Superstar has escaped the steel and intercepts him with a top up for a big superplex. Both men slowly get to their feet for trading strikes, with Mox driving his knee into the challenger, only for Cope to hit the ropes for a lariat to fight him back. Sorry. Mox hits the ropes, this time taking the challenger to the mat with a shoulder tackle, but Cope rolls out of the ring, reaching underneath for a spike. He grabs the nailed up board before getting back in the ring, only for Mox to drop him to the canvas with a cutter. Despite some protests from the ref, Mox leaves the ring to grab the table from underneath. He slides back in, the ref trying his best given the anything goes nature about this bout, while Mox props the table up in the corner, only for Cope to get back to his feet, slamming the champ with a spike and slamming Mox right onto it. John sits up. The board is still sticking back to his back as he rises to his feet. Wheeler Yuta rushes down to the ramp, sending Cope out of the ring as the champ is struggling to get Spike off his back. Yuta tries to pull the board off his back, asking for an assist from the ref for health and safety reasons. This also allows the young boy out of Death Riders to go back after the challenger on the outside. Spike drops to the mat as we see Claudio Castagnoli rushing after Cope on the outside, followed by close by Peck, who tries to set Cope back up into the ring for a concerto, only for the FTR to rush down to make the save. It's absolute chaos that leads to everyone but the champ and the challenger alone in the ring, and Cope drives Max through the table in the corner with a spear. AEW Dub chants as Cope pulls the champ into the middle of the ring for the cover, but only for Marina Shafir to rush in the ring and break the pin. The crowd are nearly defeated by this until Will Nightingale comes in the ring down to the ramp to a big pop. She goes after Shafir, laying into her before taking her down to the floor with a senton off the apron. Cope tries to go out after another cover, but now it is the Patriarchy rushing in to stop things as Dwayne rushing in to stop things as Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian distract him long enough for Mox to take the challenger down for a bulldog choke. And Cope fades fast. The ref calls for a bell and it's all over. Winner via submission and new and still AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. FTR and Willow stand and sit with Cope after the match as the Radar superstar looks for some help from Dax Harwood, who chooses to leave the ring instead, leading to Cash Wheeler confronting his friend outside of the ring. Dax shows him the way before heading to the top rope. Top rank Cash following his close friend behind as Willow and Cope leave the ring with the latter's music playing before we go to an ad break. We look back at the issues brewing between Chris Jericho and Bandito for going backstage to hear from the former Ring of Honor World Champion. Bandito says that what Jericho did at Revolution was humiliating for his family, especially making his mother cry in front of him. He challenges Jericho for a match at Collision, demanding the mask of his brother Gravity back, only to be interrupted by Johnny TV, who challenges him to a match instead. Bandito accepts as Johnny mocks him before walking away. Back at ringside, Will Ospreay comes down to the ramp to a big pop from the crowd for our next match. Our AR Fox makes his entrance next, heading down to the ring before his match gets underway. Will Ospreay versus AR Fox. The two-man Adair to the code of honor, shaking hands before locking up. Ospreay takes Fox down for a near fall before AR hits the ropes to catch Ospreay by surprise. Hold on a second. Here we go. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. The two-man Adair to the code of honor, shaking hands before locking up. Ospreay takes Fox down for a near fall before AR hits the ropes to catch Ospreay by surprise, not for long, as they exchange defense leading to a standoff in the middle of the ring. Ospreay goes to work on Fox before AR to the air, only cut off by Ospreay, who hits him with a stun dog millionaire, sending AR out of the ring. He follows up with a big dive, keeping Fox down as we head to an ad break on Max, Cinemax, HBO's sister channel. Back from the break, Fox is in control of the match until Aerial Assassin catches him with a standing Spanish fly for a 2 count. He sets up Fox for a hidden blade, but AR ducks it and takes the fight back to Ospreay by sending him to the turnbuckle. The two go at it until Fox drops Ospreay for a low main pain for a cover. It's only for a 2. Fox goes to up top for a 450, but Ospreay baits it into a hidden blade to pick up the win. Winner by pinfall, Will Ospreay. After the match, Will Ospreay gives a shake as he checks on Fox before celebrating his win. While we get a graphic confirming the AEW World Championship match for Dynasty as Jon Moxley defends against Swerve Strickland. Video package for the match. He sends us backstage for a man who was in a slightly awkward position as Hangman and Page is asked for his thoughts on the title match. The Page says he's promised in the past to never let Swerve hold a Men's World Championship ever again. But after beating MJF at Revolution, he cannot be focused on someone else anymore. He can be focused on himself, turning his attention to the upcoming Owen Hart Memorial Tournament, for stating he will enter and win to earn his own title shot. We go to a series of video package and graphics hyping up the AEW Collision weekends events for Slam Dunk Saturday and Slam Dunk Sunday before Sunday. Foreseeing that Kenny King will appear live next week on AEW Dynamite. Up next is our Dynamite main event as Maxine Bang faces Chris Statlander with Timeless Tony Storm on commentary. Sorry, I will sneeze. Sneeze a little bit. Commercial break. Backstage, we hear from Mercedes Moné addressing her win tonight to go to 16-0. The champ gives Billy her proverbial flowers for running down whoever trained her, saying that Moné would have never trained her better, saying it's on to 17-0. Back at ringside, Timeless Tony Storm gets a big pop for her entrance as she hits the commentary for our main event. We get a look back at Bang Bang attacking Thunder Rosa on Collision as Megasis makes her way to ring first, followed by Chris Stanley to get this main event underway. Megan Bang versus Chris Statlander starts now. The two women go at it, trading strikes before Bang is sent out to the outside. Statlander continues the attack until Megan powers out, dropping Chris to the mat for a near fall. Statlander brings Bang to her feet before sending her to the corner with a hammer throw, laying in some strikes on Megasis before following up with a running knee strike. Bang absorbs a strike in the corner before taking Chris to the corner before the suplex followed by some strikes, where Statlander fights back. Penelope Ford rises to the apron, distracting Statlander long enough for Bang to send her down hard to the mat as we go to an ad break on Max. Back from the break, it's a fight on the top turnbuckle between Statlander and Bang until Megan sends Chris down hard with a Liger bomb. Fate's descent is blocked and Statlander takes her down instead, but both women are down as the ref begins a count. They both sit up, trading strikes on their own way back to their feet until Bang takes a kick from Statlander, who gets tripped up by Ford for her efforts. The ref has had enough and ejects Penelope from the ring as Statlander catches Megan with a thrust kick, only for Bang to respond with a kick of her own. This leads to a powerbomb and Saturday Night Fever for the cover. But Megasis kicks out at 2. Both women get back into their feet until Chris hits a German suplex on for Megan to respond with a spine in kind. This goes back and forth between them both until a clothesline by Bang forces Statlander to roll out of the ring before breathing. Megan hits the ropes for a speed, taking Statlander to the floor for a dive ring before bringing her back into the ring. Only for Falconer connects with Bang, gets a near fall. Statlander gets back to her feet, takes back on Bang as he sends her out of the ring. Megan fights back, sending her directly into Storm to the commentary station. Fates then sent Statlander on the floor, sending Chris back into the ring as Megan tells the champ to watch this before hitting another one for good measure as she picks up the win. Win by pinfall, Megan Bang. The earlier attack has riled up Toni Storm, who tapes up and hands her at ringside, rushing in trade blows before officials run down to break up the fight. Storm goes back in the ring after Megasis before the latter leaves the ring. But the champ Eric grabs the mic, issuing challenges to Bang for a date at Dynasty with the AEW Women's Championship on the line. The crowd pops up for this, and among some of the things Storm says, which is most hesitant, as Dynamite comes to a close. This was terrible, man. I don't know why they had to kick the show to make this main event. This Dynasty is not. This is not going to look good for Dynasty. For Dynasty in 2 weeks, I bet you this is not going to look good. Trust me. Hope they They better put up a good show. And I really wish Cody Rhodes was stayed in AEW, man. Should never came back to WWE. But if he loses at WrestleMania 41, he can quit WWE and go back to AEW, make AEW great again. But who time will tell. What will turn out for Dynasty? Okay, that's my review. Now it's time for something I like to do. It's time for. Hold on a second. All you know what it's time for. 50% off any pizza, including. Never mind about the ad. Never mind about the advertisement. It's time for Justin's timeline history, for all the wrestling birthdays, pop culture, and all that stuff. All you got things from Back to the Future starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. Can't wait for its 40th anniversary on July 3rd, 2025, because the movie was released July 3rd, 1985. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I can't hardly wait. Let's go to yesterday's March the 18th. Okay. EC3. Ethan Carter III from TNA Impact Wrestling. He was Derek Bateman in WWE's NXT. His real name is Michael Hunter Hutter. His birthday, he turned 42 yesterday. And Sol Sioka, he turned from Bloodline. Sol Sioka, he turned 32 yesterday. Yeah, Jackson James turned 34 yesterday. Some of you know who he is. Rick DeMond Martel, he turned 69 yesterday. Rick DeMond Martel, he was someone who deserves to be in the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame because he accomplished everything in WWE. And Lance Russell, former wrestling commentator. He would have been 99 yesterday. He died of complications from fall, October 3rd, 2017. Now let's go to some wrestling history for yesterday. Okay, on WCW Pro, Kurt actually show highlight of the WCW Saturday Night Vader and Flair interview. Alex Wright versus defeated Romeo Casanova. And the feature on Snyder Brothers. Uncensored Control Center with Mean Gene Okerlund. Natural Dustin Rhodes versus James Earl Wright. And courtesy of WCW Saturday Night shows a footage of Arn Anderson and Johnny B. Bad footage. Black Top Bully defeated Kenny Kendall, I think. And Harlem Heat, Booker T, and Stevie Ray with Sensational Sherry defeated Kip Abbey and Mark Thorne. Then we see the courtesy WCW Saturday Night interview Laura Steven Regal and Bobby Eaton. The Patriot and versus Bobby Eaton. I think either I don't know who won, either Patriot or Bobby Eaton. I have no idea who won that match. Now on WCW Worldwide, Stunning Steve Austin defeated Marcus Alexander Barrowell 5-10 with a sunset flip, grabbing the ropes for leverage. Then there's WWF Superstars. Happened on WrestleMania 11. Adam Bomb defeated Tom Pritchard with Jim Cornette, the Blue Twins. Eli Blue and Jacob Blue was Uncle Zebekiah defeated Well Done, Steve Dunn, and Timothy Well. Made in the USA, Lex Luger defeated King Kong Bundy. With Ted DiBiase by DQ. Man Mountain Rock defeated Black Phantom. And Kamo, which some of you know was the Godfather, defeated Leroy Howard Jobber. And on WWF Mania, hosted by Todd Pentgill and Stephanie Wine, Razor Ramon highlights from Razor Ramon versus Mantar, Jerry King Lawler versus Bret the Hitman Hart from Raw, and Bam Bam Bigelow versus Bob Holly, Sparkplug Holly. And on WCW Saturday Night, leading up to night was out before WCW Uncensored. WCW Tag Team Champions Harlem Heat defeated Kenny Kendall and Eddie Jackie. WCW TV Champ Arvin Anderson defeated Al Phillips. Brian Pillman defeated Manny Fernandez. Sergeant Craig Pittman defeated Kip Abbey. Laura Steven Regal fought Bobby Eaton to a no contest. WCW US Champion Vader defeated Tracy Benton. Alex Wright defeated Frankie Lancaster. Black Top Bully defeated Leroy Howard. The Avalanche, so some of you know, is Earthquake defeated Mike Curry and John Crystal in a handicap match. Meng, some of you know, is Haku from WWE defeated Barry Houston. And the Natural Dustin Rhodes and Johnny B. Bad defeated Pretty Wonderful, Paul Roma and Paul Roma and Paul Roma and Paul Orndorff. And on the same day, a little wrestling event took place there on that day, March 18th, 1995, called Extreme Warfare in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mikey Ripwreck defeated Jason. Ron Simmons defeated Hack Myers. And Johnny Hotbody, Raven, Stevie Richards, and Tony Sesson defeated Tommy Dreamer by pinfall in a gauntlet match. Too Cold Scorpio defeated Dean Malenko for the ECW World TV Championship. Axel Rotten defeated Ian Rotten by pinfall in a strap match. Public Enemy Johnny Grunge and Rocco Rock defeated the Pitbulls by pinfall in a tag team match. Sabu with 9/11 and Paul Lee Jr., known as Paul Heyman, defeated Mikey Rip by submission. The Sandman with Woman, some of you know, is the late Chris Benoit, Chris Benoit's wife. And Terry Funk defeated Cactus Jack, we know as Mick Foley, and Shane Douglas by pinfall in a tag team match. Let's see. Now 2005 in Impact Wrestling, Jeff Jarrett comes out. This was after Destination X 2005. Jeff Jarrett came out and explained why did he explains interviews with Mike Tenay explains why did Monty Brown help you retain your title at Destination X. And Monty Brown comes out and explains his heel turn. And we see some other matches. Christopher Daniels defeated Jarrell Clark. Kid Cash defeated Lance Hoyt defeated Mikey Betts. And America's Most Wanted, Dustin Rhodes and America's Most Wanted defeated the Naturals, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas and Chris Candido, late Chris Candido. And the Shocker defeated Davey Young. And Sean Waltman with Kevin Nash and Sean Waltman and DDP defeat Sean Waltman with Kevin Nash and DDP defeat Buck Quartermain and Lex Lovett. That's it. And a little pop culture, a movie was released on that same day in 2005. The Ring 2. The Ring 2. Yeah, The Ring 2 starring The Ring 2 starring Naomi Watts reprising her role. And Sissy Spacek supporting roles. The young Elizabeth Weinstein was in that movie. And Elizabeth Perkins was in that movie too as well. And a movie called Ice Princess was released in theaters, starring the late Michelle Trachtenberg, supporting cast judge Joan Cusack, Kim Cattrall, and Hayden Panettiere. Yeah, very good. Man, rest in peace. Man, I love that girl. She was my big crush, Michelle Trachtenberg, when I was little. And let's see. What else? See. NXT. On NXT, March the 18th, Tyler Breeze defeated Kalisto. Blake defeated Colin Cassidy with Enzo Amore and Carmella. Alexa Bliss defeated Sasha Banks by countout. And Kevin Owens defeated Alex Riley, the piece of shit Kevin Owens. Okay. Now let's go to today's March the 19th. Scene. Okay, today would have been a happy 65th birthday to Moondog Cujo of the Moondogs. Rick McGraw. Rick McGraw, pro wrestler, Rick McGraw, he would have been 70 years old today, Rick McGraw. And he died on November 1st, 1985, heart failure. He died too soon, man. And he died, he was nearly 30 years old. They're way too young. And AJ Lee, CM Punk's wife, turns 38 today. Jimmy Havoc, he turns 41 today. And Matt Sydal, some of you know as Evan Bourne, he turns 42 today. On this day, 19, see, hold on a second. See. Okay, on WWF Primetime Wrestling on this day in 1985, matches: Rick McGraw versus Moondog Spot, Johnny Ross versus Jose Luis Rivera, Hillbilly Jim versus Rene Goulet, David San Martin versus Moondog Rex, Nikolai Volkov with Freddie Blassie versus Sway Hansen, Paul Orndorff versus Tony Atlas, WWE Tag Team Champions Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo with Captain Lou Albano versus Spoiler and Assassin, Don Morocco with Mr. Fuji versus Salvatore Blemmo. Matches were shown: Jimmy Snuka versus Bob Orton Jr. See, try and see what else. See, on this day, let's see, 1995 on WWF Wrestling Challenge. The Heavenly Bodies with Jimmy Del Rey and Tom Pritchard with James E. Cornette defeated Larry Santo and Todd Morton. British Bulldog David Boy Smith defeated Chick Donovan. The Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels with Psycho Sid defeated Charlie Hunter. The Head Shrinkers Fatu Missione with Alpha and Captain Lou Albano defeated Barry Horowitz and the Brooklyn Brawler. Bob Backlund defeated Major Yates. Mantar with James E. Cornette defeated Bob Hayes. Then on WWF Action Zone. Hold on a second. Okay, Doink the Clown with Dink versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Doink, and they were showing some highlights of what transpired between between of the attack of man on a mission attacking smoking guns, and Oscar the manager came out to apologize, and everything how that was shown. Then on WCW main event, leave it hiding up to uncensored. Alex Wright defeated Mike Starr, Stoney Steve Austin, and Tim Horner. Stars and Strikes, Marcus Alexander Battle and the Patriot defeated Stud Stable, Bunkhouse Buck, and Dirty Dick Slater. Then we go, and then WCW. Yeah, this is a pre-show to WCW Uncensored. Then WCW Uncensored took place live on this day at the Tupelo Coliseum in Tupelo, Mississippi. Um, um, Blacktop Bully defeated Dustin Rhodes in the King of the Rose match. This is the last match. This is the last WCW appearance for Dustin Rhodes and Natural Dustin Rhodes and Blacktop Bully. They both got fired, but this leads to Dustin Rhodes later joining WCW, joining WWE, joining WWE World Wrestling Federation, is now WWE, and Blacktop Bully would go to independent circuits and stuff. And he will later make his return to WCW on October 6, 1997, under his real name, Barry Darso. And Ming Colonel Tom Parker defeated Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a martial arts match with Sonny Ono as guest referee. Johnny B. Bad, it was a wrestler versus martial arts match. And Johnny B. Bad defeated Arn Anderson with Colonel Tom Parker in a boxing match. You had boxer versus wrestler, so to speak. The Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Avalanche by DQ. Bubba Rogers, some of you know as Big Boss Man, late Big Boss Man, defeated Sting. And Nasty Boys, Knobs and Sags defeated Harlem Heat. Booker T and Stevie Ray with Successional Sherry in the Falls Counts Anywhere match. And Hulk Hogan with the Renegade, it was a ripoff of the Ultimate Warrior, defeated Vader with Ric Flair and Leather Strap match. Yeah. Leather strap match. Now let's go to 2005 on WWE Velocity. WWE Velocity. Akio defeated Shannon Moore. Mark Jindrak defeated Spike Dudley. Hyden Wright defeated Sean Evans. Charlie Haas and Hardcore Holliday defeated Funaki and Sky Too Hottie. Then on WWE, then on SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown, Thursday Night SmackDown this day. There was a Jack Swagger and defeated Aaron Rose by submission. Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara defeated the Ascension for Connor and Victor. This was hyper leading up to WrestleMania 31. Jack Swagger defeated Adam Rose by submission. Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara defeated Ascension, Connor and Victor on WWE Superstars on this day. And oh, by the way, little piece of wrestling. Oh, by the way, my brother's birthday was yesterday, 38. About some sports yesterday. March 18th, 1995. Michael Jordan announces his return to the come back to basketball. Coming back with the Chicago Bulls. Got a little piece from March 18th, 1995. And that'll do it. That wrap it up. So I'm the Godfather Soldier, Smooth Fleming. As a late chant, Henshaw used to say I was like dress up with chubby checker, sing like Lionel Richie, dance like James Brown, all that stuff. I had to get in a hot tub when we sweat, when we dry, when we wet. And I really miss him. I really miss Chad. I wish he was here right now. We can talk more about some more wrestling and about John Cena's heel turn. I know he's really not discussed about John Cena's heel turn, who's in heaven right now. So I hope all of you have a good night. And I'm gonna close out the show a little bit of music and hold this number one hit single, R&B single from 1985 called Mr. Telephone Man by this R&B group called New Edition. Close out the show with tonight. So hope all of you have a good night. The Godfather Soldiers will swimming. Here's something to close out the show tonight. This number one hit R&B single from 1985 called Mr. Telephone Man by R&B legendary R&B group New Edition. Good night, everybody. Oh, now it's saying. Okay, here it is.